Hello there, my name is Elliot from the channel BattlefrontUpdates and welcome to my Elgato page and my little introduction here. In this video I wanted to talk a little bit about which products I use and how I use them, because I've been partnered for almost 3 years now, I think, with Elgato, and from the beginning it was all about capture cards, and then it's grown into something else where I use their products for pretty much all parts of my live streams and content creations overall. So if you start off with the core capture cards, I do use their kind of flagship capture card, I guess you could say, the 4K 60 Pro, because I've got a dual streaming setup, or dual PC streaming setup, which means I've got one I play on and one PC that it streams from. So in order to get the gameplay over, I use this one, which means I can also do it in 4K. I can have higher refresh rates on my monitor, even though I might only be streaming in 60 FPS. So yeah, this is like the crisp, the best capture card they've got, but you don't need this if you're starting off. For instance, I've got this one for travel, or if I'm using a laptop, which is the HD60S. As you can see, I've used it for quite a while, because this is the old branding. It's not even like the new branding, which shows how long I've had this card. And also they do have another internal capture card, the normal 60 Pro, or the HD60 Pro to be more specific. So I've used all of those, but right now I just use this one because why not? It's the best one, and sometimes I do 4K content. I stream in 1080p, but sometimes I do like a 4K cinematic video in a game, and then it's perfect to have this capture card plugged in. And if I want to play from console, like the PS4 Pro, and record some 4K, just plug out that HDMI, plug in the HDMI from my console, and I'm good to go. So it's very smooth like that, basically plug and play, I guess you could say. And then we get to what I would almost say is their most important product. I mean, I couldn't live without most of these products because they make my life a lot easier, but the Stream Deck is probably like the heart of my setup, I would say, simply because it controls all my other products and OBS and Twitter. I can tweet out stuff when I'm streaming through it. I can change scenes. I can play random sound clips like this if I want to, which people tend to like during live streams. And if I want to turn off my key lights, boom, I can do that as well. And now it's completely dark because my camera doesn't have auto mode activated. So yeah, definitely the Stream Deck is, like, I would say, the core. I use it so many times during every single live stream, and you can just line up a bunch of commands to use with one click, which is very neat. They do also have a smaller version, the Stream Deck Mini, which is a bit like, if you want a good starting point, because it has 6 buttons instead of the normal 15, I think it is. Yeah, 15. Which also works great because you can map different things to the same button, simply put. And then of course the Cam Link as well. A lot of products I'm using right now. The Cam Link is the reason to why I can do this video right now, and to why I can have this camera on my live streams, because I basically plug in my Sony Alpha 5100 to the Cam Link into the streaming PC, and boom, suddenly I've got a lot better quality than if I would use my old, I think it was a Logitech, just USB, my webcam, which I have as a backup camera now, or like a side camera, I guess you could say, keyboard cam. But yeah, the Cam Link means that I can just plug any camera in, or almost any camera. I think there's some limitations depending on how they clean the HDMI feed is, to your PC, and use it as a webcam. So I think in terms of a straight up quality upgrade, that might have been the biggest difference. I remember I did a comparison on my channel between the webcam to my Sony Alpha, and it was a quite big difference. And I think, yeah, the last product I've got in my setup is of course the new key lights, which I already showed you by clicking here, being able to turn them off with my Stream Deck, which was a fantastic upgrade, both because it made I could turn down the color a bit more yellow, so it looks more natural, and most importantly, they're not hot, so no more sauna in my room when I'm streaming, and they take no room. I've just clamped them onto my desk, versus before I had these old light boxes or soft boxes, which were clumsy, warm, didn't give very good light, and they just looked ugly overall, which wasn't ideal for me because I've got my living room and my studio in the same room, simply put, because I don't have the biggest apartment. So yeah, those are all the products I use. That's what, 5 products I use actively. And the green screen is actually my own, because literally a month before Elgato announced the green screen, I already installed this in my wall by drilling some holes, which I now do regret. But if I ever move around my setup, I'll definitely be using Elgato's green screen instead. But now I was like, alright, I've already drilled those holes in the wall, I might as well use them. But yeah, so I'm pretty much using all of their products, mostly. But yeah, these are the ones I use and the ones I would recommend. So I hope this video gave you an idea of the different products I'm using and what exactly in my streams they are used for. But I think that's all for this video. Thank you guys very much for watching, and as always, may the force be with you.